The Honourable Member for Murchison.
Thank you, Mr President. Mr President, I recently attended one of my favourite pastimes. I attended a musical production at one of the high schools in my electorate. This time it was Marist Regional College's production of High School Musical. All involved in this great production did such an incredible job. The energy was palpable and the opening night went off without a hitch. I thoroughly commend all involved in this production. These include the almost 90 students involved in the production, including actors, musicians, backstage and front of house, who have been working on this for eight months with rehearsals 3 times a week, until more recently when they had rehearsals every second day in their own time. The production was directed by Mrs Penny Thomas, the drama teacher, who incidentally grew up just down the road from me and also taught my 4 children drama, skills they continue to use. There were 5 shows and 2 matinees, with one of those matinees being a community show attended by primary school students, Multicap and Umina Park residents. Mr President, when my children were at high school, they were all actively involved in school musicals, so I'm well aware of the enormous effort that goes into such a successful production. I also fulfilled the role of wardrobe coordinator for some of these shows, and we all know the work involved, but more importantly, I witnessed the benefit to the students of being engaged in such a production and experienced the joy of working with such enthusiastic and talented young people. The effort involved and my recognition includes all the voluntary support and work of teachers and other staff, parents, students and friends of the school, well above and beyond the staff member position descriptions. Principal Mr Adrian Drain also noted and thanked those involved in his comments contained in the program, and I'll quote from the program. I can see that it requires an extraordinary amount of commitment, discernment, skill, talent, communication, negotiation and patience. A production of this scale is not a one-off event for the college, but something that is a culmination of 6 to 8 months' work for young people and staff. They work together in achieving a common vision and goal, which requires great synergy and trust. The skills they learn and the experience they acquire from being part of this production will carry them on throughout their lives. We know that these skills learned and developed will serve them well in whatever field they choose. Certainly the memories they will have last a lifetime. It is my hope as well that they continue with their involvement in the arts, as it is a drive of our culture and innovation in our modern day community. Director Mrs Penny Thomas said, and I quote again from the program, "High School Musical is a story for teenagers. It covers the big issues involved in surviving at high school, a time in our lives that a few of us look back on with mixed feelings. The play deals with cliques, the ambitions, the ambitions, the crippling peer pressure, the highs and lows of teenage love, and the awful pain of making mistakes while acquiring maturity. The cast understand those feelings. The play is about them. You can hear it in the conviction in which they sing the songs and present their characters." Mr President, Mrs Thomas also commented on the contribution of a number of students who added so much to the show. She says it has been very exciting to work with talented student choreographers Sophie Graham-Jones, Olivia Williams, Emma Walker and Stella Nibbs. The show beats to a rhythm of the rock band, and special mention must be made of Joel Humphreys on keyboards, who learnt all the songs in the show early and played for auditions and rehearsals. Madison Gleeson has been adaptable, focused and capable as a student deputy stage manager. I know that these students reflect the ability and dedication of their music, dance and dramas teachers in and out of school. Mr President, I acknowledge and thank the many others who gave their time and energy in making this show such a success. Unfortunately, time does not permit me naming them all, as there were many volunteers who fulfilled the roles of director, production managers, music directors, choreographers, American accent coach, choral directors, stage managers, backstage crew, front of house manager, set design, construction and production, costume design and coordination, technical production and hair and makeup. As I'm sure you would have noted, Mr President, there are so many people dedicated to making such an experience possible, and the benefit to all students involved is unparalleled. Thank you to them all for a thoroughly enjoyable evening's entertainment, as well as reminding us of some of the pressures of high school. The cliques, the ambitions, the crippling peer and parental pressures, the highs and lows of teenage love, the awful pain of making mistakes while acquiring maturity, as well as the important messages included in the storyline for us, as well as the students, of which there were many. We all win if we work together, as the song said. We're all in this together.
The Honourable